What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm just gonna make a quick video, but I'm gonna talk about the human body, how painful it is to be in a human body, and how painful it is just to go how painful it is the average human being has to go through. I'm also gonna talk about what scares me most about the human experience, like when it comes to possible dying or suffering from a painful death and the type of accidents you're just so capable of experiencing as a human. I'm also going to talk about a lot of evilness that takes place in this world, and I'm also going to talk about the type of spirits that doesn't decide to that I'm also going to talk about the lack of spiritual knowledge that this world is lacking. And I'm also going to talk about what else? Yeah, so let's get to it. I'm kind of tired because I'm having a long road trip. I'm trying to drive back to my hometown. It's a 25-hour drive, so I'm almost there, but I'm kind of tired. But it's gonna take a little rest or sleep a little bit, then I'm gonna get back on the road. But let's get to it. So I'm also gonna talk about the importance of health too. How much health plays a huge role within the human experience, and for us, health plays an important role. So let's get to it. So what I don't like about the human body is that it's so painful, because like everyone experiences pain, like everyone, like because of me, like I'm always feeling like ever since 2017, ever since I've met my twin flame and we've separated and we went through a huge, like ever since I went through a huge twin flame phase back in 2017, or you could either call it twin flame or a huge breakup. I've been experiencing a lot of like emotional pain. I've been purging out a lot of anger, a lot of sadness, and I've been experiencing a lot of pain in my chest area, like around my heart chakra area. So I'm always feeling a lot of pain within my chest, within my heart area, a lot of grief, a lot of crying, a lot of recent anger. You know what I'm saying? And my theory is that I could be releasing a lot of generational trauma from my family's bloodline, and or from my trauma from past lives and from this lifetime. But this is what I'm getting at. Like, since we have a nervous system, since we're in a human physical body, it sucks that like, and everyone experiences some type of grief and pain in some way, you know. But it just sucks that, because I feel like what's the problem is just the fact that I'm in a human body. That's the problem. And just like what Chauncey once said, shout out to him. He said it's not the reality is the problem. It's that the fact that you're in a human body. Just like what he said, and he made a great point. Just like as human beings, we constantly got to do things to avoid pain, and we know what not to do to avoid pain. Like for example, we're not gonna put our hand in the oven because we're gonna burn ourselves if it's like heating up. We're not gonna have a knife stab us, you know, because we're gonna fucking feel pain. We're not gonna prevent things from feeling pain, right? I'm not talking about the good pain, like working out and stuff like that, but yeah, but I feel like the reason why I'm even grieving and constantly going on a healing journey, and part of my life path is to do a lot of healing work so I can heal myself. I can also heal family generational trauma. The reason why I'm even doing that is because I'm in a human body. It's part of the human. I feel like part of the human experience is to experience how painful it is to be in a human body. You know. Yeah, but because I've been driving and I've been having a lot of chest pains and heart pains, you know what I'm saying, and all that is emotional pain. So I could be feeling either my twin flames energy, or I'm either feeling my family's traumas energy, or just I'm feeling like it's some type of energy where I'm always feeling some type of chest pain. You know what I'm saying? So even while I was experiencing a twin flame connection back in 2017 and 2018ish, like I feel like I could be wrong, but it seemed like I was experiencing a soul tie where like I couldn't get this person off my mind, and I couldn't stop thinking about her and stuff like that. And it was so bad to the point where like I was having headaches. I was feeling this person's energy 24/7, and like I couldn't. And this person was like energetically tied to my heart chakra or something like that. And like I'll feel this person's emotions. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I feel like this shit is real. Only some people experiencing it, not because it's because of their spiritual path and what they're meant to experience. Because this is why everyone's experiencing different shit when it comes to like when it comes to spirituality. I remember I had a tarot because I watched the tarot reading, and she mentioned that like she's doing like a twin flame collective reading. It was during that time around 2017, 2018 ish where I was experiencing a soul tie, and she mentioned that like she's doing a reading on how like the universe is pretty much having me and your divine counterpart to experience a soul tie, and she pulled out the devil card. And the reason why we're experiencing that soul tie is because you're meant to learn lessons as you're energetically stuck and tied to that person, and that's why you're feeling all these emotions so you can purge it out, and you're learning lessons and you're spiritually ascending along the way. So at times spirit is going to cause you to be energetically stuck to a person or tied to a person, or have a soul tied just so you can learn lessons, just so you can ascend and grieve your trauma and your past generational trauma as well. So just like what Chauncey once said, this life is not yours. Like life is very complex. Like your life is being controlled, and at times I'll be reflecting back in my life, and even, of course in the present moment, but in the things I've experienced in the past, like this shit was not normal, and it just seemed like a higher entity or a fucking spirit was controlling that shit, you know? So I feel like we're meant to experience shit just so we could heal and experience shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't like my haircut, man. Or whatever. But yeah. So, but it's just crazy how much this earth, this world, damn near everything damages the human body. Because I was watching Chauncey one of his lives, and he made a great point how like the type of chemicals they put in these foods, the iPads, the phone, all the electronics we use, all that shit is damaging to the human body. He even mentioned the chemtrails, you know what I'm saying, what they put in these foods, in these drinks, the fluoride water, the toothpaste, the type of detergent we use in our clothes, all that shit is damaging to the human body. And imagine people are not fasting and we're constantly consuming. The average human being, including myself, we all eat, most of our food we consume is junk food. It's chips, it's processed foods, you know what I'm saying? Because I was at the gas station and I was hungry, and like, and I grabbed a big bag of Lay's chips, and I remember what Chauncey once said about chips, that like they put some type of feces or some type of like all these chemicals in fetuses and shit like that. This is why when you open the bag of chips, it smells like someone like fucking like, it smells like feces. It smells like someone farted, or it smells nasty, right? And it's funny because today I opened a bag of chips and I was opening the bag and I was smelling it, and yeah, it smelled like it. It smells fucking disgusting. I still ate it, which I regret it. And after that, my stomach felt ill. And even before that, I drink a lot of soy milk or silk milk. I don't drink cow milk because I'm lactose intolerant. And not only that, but I'm trying to become vegan, even though it's a struggle. But like, so I'll use it as a substitute to drink silk or soy milk, right? And my body used to take it, but now today I was drinking it. I drink chocolate and vanilla, and I always drink those. And after I was drinking it, my body, my stomach, it felt extremely ill and nauseated. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I was eating chips, and then I'm also drinking a Monster just so I can keep myself up and energized while I'm driving. And I'm realizing, yes, these things will keep me sustained, but it doesn't mean I'm healthy. You know what I'm saying? All those things I just consumed is damaging to the human body, and it was just messing up my stomach for like a long ass. It was messing up my stomach for like a long ass time. I hope I'm not too loud. There's people sleeping in their cars, but my windows are closed, so I hope they can't hear me. I don't want to be rude, you know. But all the things I was consuming is damaging to the human body, and I haven't been fasting, and lately. So, and not only that, but whenever I'll fast, I'll not eat for like 6 or 8 hours, and then like I automatically get hungry. But just like what Chauncey once said, when you're fasting, especially like for a short amount of time, your body feels hungry and it feels sick. Then that shows how unhealthy your body is. You know what I'm saying? So it's natural, especially if you're unhealthy. And not only that, but then now imagine all the chemtrails. Imagine all the emotional trauma that life throws at you, and like the clothes you wear and all the electronics. The phone I have right now, like, it has a lot of like 5G and shit like that, and just unhealthy shit. You know what I'm saying? I was watching Sacred Serpent's YouTube channel, back in the day. And he also talks about how like the lights all over the world and the lighting we use inside our homes, inside our rooms, that's even unhealthy. So damn near everything is unhealthy. So imagine all of that. And it makes sense on the reasons why the average human being dies before 100, or the average human lifespan is so short now because you see people dying when they're 50, when they're 60. And just like what Chauncey wants, he predicts that the human lifespan is going to get shorter. And I agree with him. All the shit we're consuming, and like he said too, like all the foods is going to get worse. You know, so in my opinion, if you're not into breatharian, or if you're not trying to become breatharian, because it's a long process. You got to do a lot of yoga and breath work and energetic work, like qigong. I forgot what it's called. Just like what I mentioned. But if people don't want to do that, then I guess the healthiest diet is to drink water and eat fruits and vegetables. Pretty much, make sure it's organic. Even though I'm aware that's still unhealthy, but that's the best in it scenario. And keep doing that, because eventually, like Chanchuan said, it's gonna lead up to you into like consuming less. You know what I'm saying? That's natural. Because, and I noticed about me, whenever I'm hungry, I'm not really hungry. It's probably my parasites or just programming. Because when I'm hungry, craving food, I never crave fruits and vegetables. I crave junk food. I crave pancakes. I crave carbs and bread and sugary sweets and unhealthy shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't crave fruits and vegetables, you know? So that's the thing I gotta look out for. And so I gotta take my health very seriously. Not paranoid, but I mean, I think you do gotta be paranoid because I've been feeling a lot of emotional pain and chest pain just from all the things I've been through from like these past couple of years, man. Relationships have been like, it's going to hell, man. Like, I had to distance myself from family members. Like, they're becoming toxic. And because I'm aware, the reason why my family members do the things they do, they weren't always like this. Or maybe they were. I'm not aware of it. But I feel like with my family members, it's gotten worse for them. And not only because of the energies, but because they're not healing the trauma. So they're going to project that towards me. And like, my family, they're becoming more traumatized. Oh, shit. I see a dog. I want to pet it, but it probably has rabies. Look. Hey, doggy. Oh, look, it's a dog. What's that on its forehead? Do y'all see the dog? Hang on. I want to pet it so bad, but like I feel like it's gonna bite me or it has rabies and shit. Poor dog. Oh, that's a cute dog. I want to keep it. Oh, he looks lost. That dog look cute. Oh my god, dog. I'm gonna take it inside me, but I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I kind of want to take it with me. He's gone now, but poor dog. I hope I saw the dog, but yeah, where was I? I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, oh yeah, but like my family, like I feel like it's the energies, but I do blame, like, it's weird though, cause like how I view life, I feel like everything happens for a reason. And unfortunately, we do have free will, but we don't. So I feel like things happen for a reason. So for example, me, I'm in a family where like they're all traumatized, they're very hurt. I'm aware all the things they do is not personal. They're just very like unhealed and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They're not evil. You know, just the past couple years, they've been deeply traumatized. I don't know from what, but they project that shit towards me. But I feel like everything happens for a reason. So unfortunately, I feel like spirit or God or the universe purposely made them that way. But I feel like at the same time they have the free will to change, but they're not willing to. I'm guessing. I could be wrong. Or maybe all this shit was meant to happen. You know what I'm saying? So it gets deep like that. It gets very deep. The universe, this reality, I feel like it's very sinister like that. It's very evil. You know? So, but I feel like it's up to me to do a lot of healing work so I can either set the example or because I've heard people who are meant to break generational. I don't like saying that because it sounds so egotistical. I don't, because everyone is meant to break generational curses. I'm gonna stop saying that. I'm only gonna say I'm meant to kind of heal my family's trauma, I guess, if that makes sense. But even then, I could be wrong. But basically, I need to set the example when it comes to healing trauma. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, I don't think my family, they're coping in a way. They're coping in a very toxic way, I think. So I need to do the opposite. So I need to go to therapy. I need to purge out. I need to cry out. I need to release anger. And I need to be more emotionally intelligent. You know what I'm saying? But just like what Chauncey once said, where the mind goes, the body goes. So the more you take care of your physical body, you're able to help out with your mental health. You know what I'm saying? And try to do both at the same time. You know, but it's just like he said, it's a long process. And he made a great point in his life. He said, within the healing journey, people get it twisted. He said something like, I forgot what he said. He said like people think that when you're trying to heal, it's like you're trying to overcome it and then bam, then everything's fine. And he mentioned like that's not how it works. Like when you're healing, it's lifestyle. So it's not just an event or a moment where you overcome it. No, it's a lifestyle. And when he mentioned that in his last live, he made a great point. He opened my eyes because they're like, oh shit, that makes so much sense. So that's how you kind of view. That's how I gotta view the situation. You know, it's gonna happen overnight. It's unfortunately might be lifelong. So I guess it is part of my life path or my life mission to deal with trauma, to learn about trauma, and to learn how to overcome it. I feel like we all experience that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Just be expressed in different ways. But but it's crazy how in this world, a lot of things that's put into us forcefully is unhealthy. You got chemtrails, you got the television, you got social media, you got the foods, especially, you got the programming. Everything's unhealthy for us, you know. And I feel like, unfortunately, a lot of not the main reason, but I don't know, but I feel like we'll play a huge role on why people are so traumatized, why people are just so disturbed emotionally. That leads into obeying and being submissive to the system, to where they don't question anything, because how traumatizing this society is. Just like what Chauncey once said. He even said like this society is traumatizing. And he's right, for the collective, because people are not living life, they're surviving. They're forced to work at these 9-to-5 jobs. And I'm not saying every 9-to-5 job is bad. I'm not saying that. There are people who are passionate that work for these, and when I say 9-to-5 jobs, I'm talking about careers and stuff like that. Whatever you gotta do to make money. I'm talking about Babylon or the Matrix, you know. There are people who love what they do. I'm not talking about people who love what they do. I'm talking about people who don't like what they do, which is like 98% of the people, but they're forced to do it out of survival. These jobs are not unhealthy. And I feel like since the Masons, because people forcing to work at these jobs that are forced to survive, because people have to work for these jobs just to make money so they can put food on the table, so they can have a place to stay, especially people with families. And they're working their whole lives. That's going to lead up to a lot of trauma and pent up emotions and blockages within the human body, because they're working but they don't have time for themselves. They don't have time to discover their passions and what they love and to even be healthy. I feel like being healthy is a full-time investment, because you got to take care of yourself mentally and physically. And what Chauncey once said, he uses yoga and breath work and meditations and all these like Qigong energetic work, but that takes time, you know what I'm saying? So with these 9-to-5 jobs and this corrupt society, it takes people away from that. But I feel like people still have time. Like, there's no excuses. We do have time. But like I said, school, they don't teach about what the stuff Chauncey teaches. It needs to be taught in schools, but schools don't teach that. Or if the information is out there, they're not gonna take it serious. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's just, this whole realm is a mess. It's a mess, but I feel like everything happens for a reason. So everything's complex. I feel like everything is supposed to happen as it needs to be. So people are using their free will to not change, maybe? I don't know. That's why you can't really overthink it, you know what I'm saying? Just like what Chauncey once said, just follow your mission, just follow your life path, and everything will work out for you, you know? This is how life is, you know? This is why we're incarnated with 1 billion fucking spirits. And there's so much shit to do in this earth. There is, but there isn't. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Yeah. It's so crazy how time is speeding up, man. It's trippy, but it is what it is, though. I mean, if Spirit wants me to, and Spirit wants all of us to incarnate into a timeline where time is speeding up, then so be it. I can see this world changing. I can see this whole system collapsing and people exposing corruption and making shit change for the better. I can see it happening. But at the same time, I can see it not happening. But if it does happen, I I can see it happening. You know what I'm saying? Where like, and not only that, but like all the advanced technology and advanced information and knowledge that these Masons and the Illuminati are hiding from the collective. Once we have access to it, this whole world is going to look completely different. Everything's going to be completely different, and everything's going to run smoothly. All the technology we have is a lot more advanced than more than what meets the eye. I'm telling you, I've seen government technology by accident while I was younger. Before, when I was younger, I used to believe in aliens. So when I used to see like UFOs and shit like that, I only saw a UFO once. But when I was younger, I thought it was aliens. But as I'm getting older, I don't think it's aliens. It could be government technology, because it looked like I was 14 at the time. I was playing basketball with my twin brother, and I was looking outside, and outside it was clear. I saw like a big ass fucking flying saucer. It's like, I can't explain it. It was like triangular, but at the same time it was round, and there's lights all around, and it was so fucking huge, but yet it made no sound, and it was moving slowly, and I saw that shit, and then also shocked and dumbfounded, I looked down for a quick second, and I looked up, I seen it for like a good 5 to 10 seconds. I looked down, and then I looked up, and then I saw a little bit, and then it disappeared. And keep in mind, there was no clouds on the sky. It just fucking disappeared. Like, it went invisible, or it just fucking vanished. I thought it was aliens, but nah, it could be government technology. So I'm telling you, there's a lot of shit that we know nothing of, that meets more than that. What's the word? That meets more than the eye, pretty much. I'm telling you, these governments and power, the Illuminati, they hide a lot of advanced technology that we know nothing about. And I'm telling you, once we expose corruption and we're able to have access to all this shit they're hiding, I'm telling you, like, this whole society, this whole world, how it's structured, all that shit is going to be completely different, and all that shit is going to change. I'm talking about like people not having to work for these 9 to 5 jobs, where everything is a lot more organically, technology, energetically advanced, to where like we're living a whole completely different timeline, to where we're aligned with astrology and the fucking energies, especially time speeding up. We're gonna be a lot more aligned with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. And as we move on, the upcoming years is gonna happen a lot more frequently by spirits exposing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Spirits in human bodies. Like, I told Chauncey one, like I told him on his live, like I told him that, like, I feel like more spiritually aware spirits need to reincarnate here into this realm, so they can like change this shit. And Chauncey, when he agreed, but like he said, it's unfortunately that's not the case. So we just got to do what we got to do, and hope for the best. I mean, in the meantime, just follow our path and do what's right for us, and not to worry too much about the collective. Just focus on yourself, and whatever is meant to happen is meant to happen, But what I hate about the human experience though is because like I be watching, like, it sounds kind of dumb, but like I like on social media, like I'll be watching some videos by accident. I seen videos of people where they're getting their legs chopped off and their arms, and how people are getting knocked out from fights, and they get into concussions, or like they go into seizures. How easy for the human body to lose like a body part. It's just scary. And not that, but I've seen certain types of car accidents, and people get into accidents to where they're suffering or they're losing their lives. You know what I'm saying? Social media is horrible. The amount of information we have access to. Like, the social media is a double-edged sword. But I was watching those by accident, and I'm not gonna lie, I was watching some other videos. I was not interested, but I want to see like the type of shit that goes down in this world. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's scary, because I seen someone with a machete and he chopped someone's leg off. Like, fuck, that shit was fucking crazy. Like, this guy, like, he had a machete And like he was walking up behind someone, and the guy was walking, and he just chopped off his leg, and like I mean, there's no sound, but like someone caught it a video camera, and like, damn, that shit was crazy, man. He just walked up to him behind him, and he just sliced his shit like it was smooth, and his half of his leg was gone. The only part was left was his fucking thigh, and I'm like, and then he was in the ground, and his leg was like on the other side. I'm like, what the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of crazy ass people. You know, I feel like it's demonic possession because the human beings, even new spirits that reincarnate, that shit's not normal. You know, like even in my hometown, like in my hometown in California, like I don't know if it's getting worse, but like I've been seeing a lot of the news from my hometown, and there's been reports of a lot of people just getting like a lot of violence. You know, I'm seeing deaths. I've seen people getting stabbed or shot up. You know, people just doing shit that's very like violent. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure if my hometown is always like this, but ever since I left to be in the military, like I've been looking at the news and shit like that. What's going on? Because my hometown is kind of small, so I'll be looking. So I follow my hometown on Instagram and on Twitter, so they have like a little news feed, and like there's the amount of car accidents, deaths, robbery, shooting, and stabbing that goes on. Shit's crazy. So I feel like it's the energies we're in, and there's a lot of demonic and spiritual warfare that's going on. Because the type of shit that be going down, that shit's not normal. It's not normal for human beings to take another life like that. It's just not normal. But yeah, but again, that's why I hate about the human body though. Like how easy it is for you to lose a limb or a body part, and what you lose at, like you can't get that back, and that's what scares the hell out of me. I'm not paranoid, but at times it be going to my mind where like I'm just navigating through life, unless I get into a car accident or like I don't know, something happens where maybe I get robbed or like someone crazy just come up to me, just start stabbing me or just shooting at me, or just I get into a car accident, then I lose an arm or a leg or some type of body part, or I get into a heavy concussion or some type of brain damage to where I'm disabled and I can't use my body to the best of my ability. And that's my biggest fears. Again, I'm not paranoid, but at times it be coming across my thoughts sometimes, you know, because the human, like within the human experience, having a healthy, stable human body is very vital, in my opinion, to complete your soul mission and your soul purpose. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about like, oh, if you're injured or like if you have some type of disability, then no, I'm not saying that. I feel like if you're experiencing that, then spirit knows that you're strong enough to overcome it, to handle it. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like when accidents like that happen. Even though I feel like everything happens for a reason, it's complex. But you get what I mean though. You know? But I feel like having a healthy body is very vital, man. Like you need to have, because I feel like if God or the universe, if they're gonna create a human body, at least do whatever it takes to orchestrate situations where nothing could really like take that shit away when it comes to like accidents or a crazy ass demonic entity possessing the human body, where try to use a fucking weapon to either harm your human body or to take a body part out. You know what I'm saying? Hope the universe or your spirit or this reality will orchestrate situations where like you'll be divinely protected from people even doing shit like that, so you can have a healthy, functioning human body. The human body is extremely important. Imagining like you accidentally tripped and fell, and then you land on your head, and then you have a concussion, and now like, or you get into a car accident, and then you have some type of brain damage, and then you can't even use your brain as much. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like you're living life not using your body to your fullest potential. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest fear. So this is why gratitude. For me at least is very important to me, because even though I can be put in a worse situation, I can always be put in a worse situation, but I'm just thankful that I even have, like, I'm thankful I have fingers. I'm thankful like I can see, I can hear. I have a tongue. I'm thankful that I have legs and an arm. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful I have a functioning brain. You know, because at any given moment it can be taken away from you. You know, so I'm kind of like, life is no joke. Life is no joke. You know what I'm saying? So just like what Chauncey once said, you always gotta. It's always important to just know your path and to follow your path, and Spirit is gonna watch over you, which I hope Spirit does. I hope Spirit does watch over us. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, man. But Um, but yeah, but like the more I realize how much of a blessing it is to just even be healthy and to just have gratitude, man. Like if you have a car, if you have your own place, or just if you have supportive, loving family members, or just supportive people around you, man, just always count your blessings because it will always be worse. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like bypass your problems or to ignore it. No, I'm not saying that. Well, I'm just saying specifically like just be thankful because it could be worse, man. You know. And once you realize that you can always be put in a worse situation, I feel like that could be very great motivation for you to get things done and for you to complete your soul's mission, you know, because you're aware of how worse it could be and how worse someone has it. But just the fact that you have a functioning body and you have things and tools to help you navigate to complete your soul mission, that's a huge blessing, you know. But I don't know, man. But yeah, man. That's all I gotta say, man. And always believe in yourself, no matter what. Always believe in yourself and just do the right thing. Have a lot of gratitude. Be thankful, man. Because man, people be like, there's people in this world that they don't have access to their body parts, or they're missing a certain limb or some type of disability. You know what I'm saying? So have gratitude, but don't bypass your problems because we all go through hardships and challenges, and it looks different from different people because depending on their soul mission, you know what I'm saying. But just do the right thing, and whatever you put your mind to, you will achieve it. You know, just do the right thing, treat people how you want to be treated, and hopefully, your spirit has our back. You know, stay safe, and may God or the universe be with you, and have a good one, and stay great, and anything that's in your mind that you always want, just know that it is possible for you to achieve it. And you got this, and I believe in you. Have a good one. Peace.